All right. In the top left of Mothership, we are starting off with Devoid's Draco. And in the bottom of Mothership, it is Bing Bong Export's Anticore. And this is my first cast of the season, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty, but that's okay. These two gamers are going to basically do all the talking for me with their gameplay. Both going for very similar setups so far. Hatch, gas, pool, and Draco with another gas trick. So things starting off a little. Oh, that's right. You get the you get to do the gas trick, get another drone, and then cancel. Okay, I forgot about that. So sometimes I forget that 15 hatch is the standard opener. Not standard, but an opener in ZVZ. It's been a while since I've played. But neither player knows where the other is. Let's see, what was Draco's scouting path? Draco started off scouting in the wrong direction, as did Anticore. So both players are going to find out very shortly that they both guessed wrong on the first Overlord scouting path. No sound on Discord. Twitch is good though. Alright. Thank you, Sauce. I'm not sure why that is. Okay. Twitch. I'll figure it out later. Yes, you both missed. So now neither player has no idea what the other is doing, but neither player should worry because there's no aggression right out the gate. Alright, so what's the plan? Lair coming up for Anticore at very early mark, or both of them actually. Okay. Draco just slightly behind. So now from out of here, I would expect maybe Muta play, maybe Roaches. We'll see. But Draco's about to get his third, so he wants to play a more macro-oriented game where I haven't seen Anticore expand. Draco's looking around for that third, though. He's seeing nothing. But he sees the Roachhorn, he sees the Evo Chamber, so he's going to expect a +1 timing coming up really quick. Or just relatively soon. Oop, alright, there we go. Both players going for Spire. What? Roachhorn into Spire. Okay. I mean, this is a play that people do nowadays. So all 4 gases taken, no signs of expanding. Both players. Wait, where's his? Okay. Oh, I was like, where's his Spire? It's on this corner where there's barely any creep, but Anticore is going to see absolutely everything. He knows the Spire's coming up. Both players mirroring each other, with the exception of Draco's third, which Anticore is just now getting. So, I'm going to give the advantage to Draco if he holds. What? Corruptors? Roach into corrupt. Are... Mutas. I've never done a muta, or I've never really seen a muta into corruptor fight, so I'm not sure how this goes for Anticore. Now, I'm a little interested. Maybe he was anticipating the mutas, maybe he thinks the corruptors will do better, or maybe he knows the corruptors will do better. I'm not exactly sure, but this is going to be interesting. The mutas are going to come across, and I think Draco's going to be caught off guard by these corruptors. Oh, he's trying to hide them from the mutas. He doesn't want Draco to know at all. But Draco's going to find out in a minute. So Anticore waiting for Draco to have no way out. A couple mutas get gunned down by the Spore Crawler, and now Anticore thinks it's his time to go with the Corruptors and the Roaches and Lings going across the map. What does Draco have? He has Spores, he has a crap ton of mutas. Is this guy... Who does he think he is? Dronard? Alright, Queen's coming up to defend. There's a lot of mutas and Lings. And getting into that choke point is Draco. Nice transfuses. Anticore trying to break his way in, but the Roaches are coming to help defend, and these Corruptors are absolutely useless at this point. Maybe not 100% useless, but they definitely can't help in the fight. Alright. Peeing on the lair. And just getting free shots and... Alright, the lair goes down, so that is a victory. Anticore was speculating that he wasn't going to be doing so hot in this match. So, while there are no moral victories in StarCraft, this is certainly getting him in the right direction. But now he's going to try again. Roaches coming across. Corruptors see these Roaches, and he is going to be met at the top of the ramp. Draco retreating back into his safe abode. And Roaches get a queen, but ooh, that's a nice concave by Draco. Oh, and he takes a bile straight to the face. Alright. Anticore on the retreat. Corruptor is still not doing anything, but I didn't even see him destroy this hatch. So now Draco down to one mining base for the moment, but can Anticore defend? Yeah, he is going to defend. Nice little concave here. Draco GG's and Anticore off to a pretty good start. Avoids Draco in the top left of 10,000 feet. He is down 1-0. And starting with an extractor trick is also Anticore playing for Bing Bong Export. Now, Roach Corruptor was the name of the game for Anticore last game. And what Wondering what he has cooked up now. I honestly didn't think Roach Corruptor was an option. I didn't think it was a viable option anyway. But he definitely proved me wrong. So now, on this map, I don't think you'd ever do it on this map, but I would, and it's probably way too late, but I would love if someone just proxied a hatch at this third. But I really don't think it's viable. So hatch gas pool for Draco. On the other side, pool first for Anticore. Okay. What's the game plan, sir? Alright, so 2 queens starting up for Anticore. Same should be true in a second for Draco. There we go, 2 queens, 2 lings. Pretty much business as usual. And Draco getting ling speed, whereas Anticore has opted to skip it, so I imagine he's going to be getting a lair right after these queens pop. Right, third queen, bringing the queens down, good. Good solid fundamentals from Anticore so far. Yep, there's the lair. Does he try the Roach Corruptor again? Right, Ling's coming in, and they're going to see that they really have nothing to fear. But they aren't going to know that this lair is coming up. He wasn't able to get in to spot it, and I don't see any overlords trying to make their way in. So really nothing scary at the moment. But Draco has taken his third, whereas Anticore once again opting for more of a 2-base play. Baneliness is about to finish, so is +1. And 7 more drones in production for Draco. Still at the 3-minute mark and still no lair coming up. So there we go. Spire, so okay, Roach Corruptor again. I'm assuming. Alright, +1 coming up. And 4 roaches. And Draco's opting for Carapace, whereas Anticore is getting +1 missile. Now he's getting Carapace. But Draco's looking for this third. He's not finding it, and the alarm bells need to start ringing. Should start going off for him. Roach speed +1/+1 coming up. And I just don't understand. I don't really understand this build because or how it works, because you're only on 4 gas. This is a ton, and it seems like this build requires a ton of gas for all of this, and then all the roaches and the mutas. Granted, the roaches are fairly cheap in gas, but I would think you would want this as the roaches or the mutas as a transition rather than both at the same time. This doesn't seem like you can get a whole lot out of it. Oh. I think think, what do you call them? Ravagers were canceled on their way over, but Draco trying to break in over here. Roach is trying to break it, get damage down at the third. Draco does break in. He Ling floods. Queens go down, and he's not messing around this game. Ling's flooding in. 13 drones go down. The infrastructure is about to go down for Anticore. And he's fighting with everything he has, but everything he has is about to go down quickly. Yeah, I think that's basically GG. Third's gonna go down. And units are still streaming across. Nothing in the wall. Anticore brings drones down to the third natural. And he's surviving for the moment, but drones do not shoot up unless you turn them into spore crawlers. Alright, come on, let's move on. Anticore is still not giving up. He has a few mutas left over. But he's gonna try. There's queens and spores are in position. Draco's gonna go back. But there's really nothing. He's not completely out of it, but looking at the supply and looking at the worker count, he still very much has an army. He has a chance. Okay. But he did have a nice recovery out of that, so basically things have kind of reset. Now he's only down by 2 workers, but he does have a significant army lead. Most of it's in mutas though, if not all of it. Okay, 9 units, 10 roaches. Where are the roaches at on the map? Oh, they're defending. Okay, so Anticore trying to keep things on Draco's side of the map, gives him time to build up his infrastructure. Avoid trying to poke holes where he can, but Anticore reestablishes his bases, gets a 4th. And he's just barely behind Draco in that regard. So, +2 coming up for Draco. What are they? And he's about to or wait, sorry. Wait, Carapace just now completed for Anticore? Huh. Okay, well, both players are about to have +2/+2. So. Alright, +1 melee, and Anticore is droning up like a madman now. 8 drones in production. He's up to 64 workers. Yuta's trying to cause havoc. And Ultralisk Cavern is coming up for Draco. So, Ling Ultralisk? Question mark? He's saving up all the gas. He has 1,400 gas. So that's what, about 5 ultras right now? How much? I can't remember how much they are off the top of my head. I think they're 300 gas. And Draco trying to find damage wherever he can. I think he's just trying to find out what's going on. Anticore getting Lurkers against Ultralisks. So this will be interesting, but they will be Lair Tech workers. Or, sorry, Hydras, or Lurkers. Wow. For the time being, until the hive is completed. So Lurkers coming out, but also luckily for Anticore, Ultralisks are melee units, and these Ultralisks can't get out. Oh, does he realize? Okay, good, he realized, but he's going to sacrifice the Roach Warren in the process. So, Anticore embracing his inner Toon Dragon, going to start turtling up. And these mutas are going to see what they can see. I don't think he's scouted the... he did scout the Ultralisk Cavern.
Mineral cluster expended.
So Draco comes in, tries to see what he can get, but he's going to be shooed away. And this is a lot of lurkers. Microbial Shroud coming up. Missiles coming up. And Burrow for burrowed roaches. So he's going to be going, probably be trying to go for some sneak attack. And these lurkers up here, like, they're just purely for defense. What is going on? Anticore taking down this 5th base. Anticore is just trying to prepare for everything. It looks like there's Vipers coming out, but that's the only air unit he really has to worry about. He's worried about mutas, but there's nothing to suggest he's Draco's getting mutas. Vipers get parasitic bomb off, so these mutas are basically going to be useless unless they can get the Ultralisk Cavern, which I think they actually are. Takes down 9 workers at this 5th base. Mutas go down. Anticore is just playing Turtle Zerg. Well, no, he's not playing Turtle Zerg. He's trying to get damage where he can. But these burrowed roaches putting in work, getting 3 more workers on this side of the map. +2 melee almost finished for Draco. Mike, how many lurkers is this going to be? 16 so far, so add an additional 5, 21 lurkers. 23. What? Dude. And Draco's basically put on the back foot right now as Anticore burrowing, sending burrowed roaches in, but Draco's wise to what he's doing now. Spines and spores at every base. So this, I don't think this is really going to work anymore for Draco. Or Anticore. Okay. Draco really... Yeah. Wow. Is Anticore just memeing now? Because this is a ton of lurkers. He has 31 lurkers. Like, are we gonna do anything with these? So, at 16 minutes, he's gonna get the Spire. Draco, that is. Oh, and 2 Nidus Canals, but I think it's gonna be a little too late for that, as all these lurkers. And Draco has to defend this. I think he can't afford to Nidus once it comes up. Vipers. Viper on Viper. And everything just getting shredded. Microbial Shroud's going down, but I don't think that helps against lurkers. It's much more than 25. Alright, Draco, he is down 0-2 to this guy who had 30 plus lurkers in the last game. He is Anticore. And either my game sense is way off, which it definitely is because I'm really rusty at the game, or Anticore just did a good job defending last game because I thought he was dead in the mid game with the Roach and Ling flood, but he held on and he came back. He turtled up like a madman to get it done, but he had 30 plus lurkers and he just marched to Draco's side of the map to win the game. That was absolutely crazy. So hatch gas pool. There's the hatch. There's the gas in pool for Draco. And okay, I'm not keeping up on my Zerg these days, but he's only putting one in gas for right now, so I'm honestly not sure what that's for. I'm on a bit of a hiatus, so I haven't caught up to the meta, but I mostly do Lambo's Zerg Academy stuff. So maybe this is somewhere in there, but he is getting 8 lings right off the bat and getting ling speed. So that's probably why he doesn't need gas, all that gas. And Draco's out here, so he's going to see all these lings flooding across in a moment. Oh, maybe he doesn't? I think that's actually way too... Oh, I think that's way too far back.
Queen.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that. But this Overlord's going to see it, so it's a matter of, is Draco paying attention? Bangling Nest. Okay, he did pay attention. There, queens are at the ramp, spine's coming up. But he's gonna get the he can get the spine. If he knew about the third, he could get the third. Check the third, buddy. Check the third. Okay. Oh. Link speed almost done. And nice little block here from Draco. But he's going to lose this hatch. 8 lanes coming up, but yeah. Okay. Now he can go back, but there's a juicy third here waiting for him too. Oh, does he see it? Okay, he did see it. So this... Oh, I would have waited for the hatch to finish. But also, I say that knowing Anticore is much better at this game than I'll ever be. So there's Spine at the high ground. But Draco has a counterattack of his own. So this is where things get a little testy for both players. Tensions are high. Both players on the attack. There's nothing to defend at home for Anticore, so he basically just has to F2 everything back, and he's going to get everything, but he's still up a base to Draco. So the plan has shifted for Draco as he finishes his lair. Are we going to see a Spire? Okay, Spire off 2 gas and 2 out of 3. I hope he recognizes this soon, that he only has 2 out of 3 in gas. But this natural is about to go down. And yeah, I don't think he needs to necessarily attack up this ramp. He has the advantage, and these lings are chased away. 23 to 24, but Draco's not mining off any of these bases. He really can't. And what? It's survival, so Baneley Nest and Spire coming up. Draco doing everything he can to keep Draco or Anticore on his side of the map. Lair coming up, gas coming up. So Draco's gonna try to get as many worker kills as he can. Meanwhile, on the other side, nothing's happening. Everything's happening here. 3 workers down. Anticore still keeping them to that 1 base. But the Mutas are coming. Oh, don't go into the Banelings. Don't go into the Banelings. Okay. Now we get Baneling versus Baneling on Baneling. And Draco has to be very conservative with his Baneling, which he's not really any great hits. Alright. Now Anticore is going to come and get the Baneling snipes. And this base is going down again for I believe this is the 3rd time now. (24 to 31). Mutas are coming out. Are there spores? There are no spores, but he's getting a Spire of his own, but I think it might be a little too late, and he is going to get caught with his pants down. Still not the worst thing. There's only a few Mutas here. Lings, a few Mutas, drones coming up, spores coming up, but on finally 3 out of 3 gas. I don't know when he finally got that 3rd drone in there. He has 6 Mutas out and pretty much no gas. He's able to contain Anticore for the moment. Oh, dude. Oh no, oh no. Okay, 2 drones go down. That's not the worst thing in the world. But now Anticore is going to have some drones of his own, or Mutas of his own. Here in a minute. 7 Mutas coming up. And Draco has 7 already has, or he has 7 mutas after producing off 1 gas this whole time, or 2 gases this whole time. So 2 gas coming up for Draco. And finally getting his third at the 835 mark. Draco, Anticore, though, still on 2 base after all this time. 32 workers. This is looking a lot like a sauce game. Low worker count. If Sauce is watching, he'd be proud. Alright, with mutas of his own, Anticore chasing off Draco's mutas with his own flock. Or is it a murder? A murder of mutas? Probably sounds better. But now, he's chased off with the fear of spores and queens in the way. He's gonna find this third, and he's gonna, I think this is the second time he's sniped this third down, but banelings come in and wreak havoc on the natural mineral line of Anticore. No, nothing mining at this base. And he is down by 1 worker. And Draco's able to hold on to this third base. He is slowly crawling his way back into this game after being pinned down to 1 base for so long. Draco didn't really, or Anticore didn't really macro out of his aggression either, so he's paying the price now, I think. But on this side, there's only mutas and there's only queens. Oh, something, I didn't see what happened, but it looked like something forced him to call all of his units back. But now Draco's going to come across with his mutas. And transition, Anticore is going to transition into roaches now. Alright. What's the muta count? 16 to 14. Alright, both players on the defensive side want to get their macro up and their bases up and going. Transitioning into more of a macro game at the 11-minute mark. At 33 workers to 36. Alright, Draco gonna try to get in, but there's gonna be nothing. +1 flyers coming up. For both players. But Draco's is gonna be a little bit quicker. Alright. No baneling speed, I've just now noticed for Anticore, but I don't really think you get baneling speed in this matchup. I play Roaches, so I don't really know a whole lot about the Ling Bane aspect of this matchup. Alright. Anticore finally saturating his third. And Draco's starving for that gas, gets 3 out of 3 on 1 gas, but not the other quite yet. It's pretty much all, it seems like it's all mutas for Draco. 24 mutas. 24 mutas and 4 banelings, 8 lings. So there's just a little hit squad right here, and that's pretty much it. Both players want to do muta versus muta, it seems. Alright, and what do we have? I don't think... Okay, there's a spore right there for Draco. Right there. Oh yeah, there's a spore here. So there are some things to buy some time, and these banelings are going to get picked off, waddling across basically to their death. And both players just hitting the mute button. 34 to 29 moves us. Draco running away, but now they're going to fight Muta on Muta, and both have +1, or, oh, Anticore has +1/+1 flyers. But that's not going to help you when you're flying into spores and trying to fight queen spores and mutas. So, oh, nice transfuses by Draco. Anticore looking for an opening. He's going to get the third. Oh, maybe not. Oh, more nice transfuses from Draco. I'm not sure why Anticore is trying to force the issue right here. There's not really a whole lot that he can do. He's going to bring in a bunch of lings to try to flood. Okay, this might work. Gets the Baneling snipes. But queens are transfusing. They're holding up. And the Muta count is dwindling for Anticore. 8 drones go down. This third is most likely going to go... Nope, it's not going to go down. He's going to hold it with 89 HP left. Alright, that didn't work, so what's the plan next for Anticore? More mutas, why not? Alright. $35 to $32 mutas. And these two do not believe in variety, it seems, for this match, or this game in particular. What would be nice is Infestors for Microbial Shroud for either side, but Anticore... Draco definitely doesn't have the gas for a whole lot more units, and Anticore doesn't really have the minerals. So basically we're just in a kind of a stalemate of sorts. But if Anticore can pick off a few of these mutas, it's going to be good news for him. But Draco fighting him off, and I think Anticore is using a little too much micro to... okay, never mind. I was going to say, it seemed like he didn't need to micro that hard, but maybe it probably did help a lot. Alright, more spores coming down for defense. Okay, he finally gets the hatch. Anticore looking for that other hatch. And Draco, he's forced to back off. Anticore being careful not to go into the range of the spores. But Draco basically has to fight it. GG, Anticore takes it 3-0.